Alright. So where are we at? We're doing these. So this is just to make red circuits, which is what I was at before. So what I was trying to figure out... What I was trying to figure out was... I can't make that tighter. Like, this is the spacing it's got to be. Annoyingly. And the thing I was trying to figure out before was... yeah, if I go down... What if I got it all ass backwards? Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Let's have a sip of coffee and back it up a step. Like that. Let's start by getting rid of that. Maybe. Oh, might be okay. So... yeah. Oh, here's the question. Do I do a red circuit which is 2-to-1 or 1-to-1? For wire. So I could do that. I think I just argued my case, possibly. May have actually made a case for getting rid of this as well. So it's 1. Like that. That there. There. This isn't terrible, is it? I hope. I could actually also do it that way. Then it wouldn't weeble wobble quite as much. This is what a nice little break in a thinking break does. Input plastic there, copper there. Stream frozen, but audio fine. You might need to pause, resume that. That way it resets everything. Resets the video and resyncs everything, or refresh. The player's still real jank when it comes to that. Actually, I don't even need to do that. Just, yeah. And underground's just because I can. Ooh, don't reach. There you do. all back to normal then? To normal now, I hope. I like how they alternate. And same. Now they are. Excellent. Valente. I like to grab a little bit of an overlap. Save. Okay. One copper cable sheet. They could. Could. It doesn't really matter though. Can't play Borderlands 3 and watch the stream at the same time. It does just waste modules. It's just time in the end. Modules. I already have. I mean, I'm already pretty good on productivity. This is just sort of speculatively thinking at the minute. I mean, it's like down. So the problem with this thinking is it needs to go down like, what was it? 16, I think? 16. So 16 rows of red circuits going down. And then that needs to repeat, what was it, 5 more times, I think? 6 for red, 7 more times. So it goes down 16 and then, yeah. I know what you're saying. I gotcha. I'm just thinking about the size of this thing. Weaving part 2. Oh yeah, we, I mean, part 1's done. Will it cross? Yeah, like the space density of this is terrible. Alright. Gonna do that. Or even better, just push them right up against. It's probably the limit there. Unless I don't do something like that. Then wire would need to be like that, and I think 1, 2, 3. No, it doesn't beacon a line. Shouldn't that beacon a line? Tiling is the problem though. Oh no. How many reds can 2 greens feed? The 2 greens can feed 16 reds. Yes, already forgotten. Yeah, 16 reds. So there is a fair argument for scrunching this down quite a bit. So yeah, you have the green circuits come down through there. Red circuits do a chest to chest, because long inserters are bad. And then the plastic comes through like that. Likewise, copper wire would do that. And that would significantly save space. Yes, that many. I mean, it's so dense. It's so dense, it's actually impossible to get power into it now. God damn, the bot hates your bonus again. I have 16 in a row. Yeah, so it needs to be 8 across and 16 down. 8 by 16, it would be. Oh, assuming that belt can actually reach. Which it can't. Kinda kills the dream there. A bit flashing. How many 8 by 16s? 5. 7, sorry. I mean, I could go half and half plastic and copper. Probably can, actually. Hang on. Can? Oops. I was shooting it. How much does it need? It needs 264. No, if it needs 26. Oh, wait, that's 1760 for 16. So it'll be 2 per thing. With 8, so 16, yeah. So you can't share the plastic and copper. Just doesn't quite work. Sadly. Have to do something like that. Move that up. The red circus needs... hang on. The red circuits, so 16 machines, 16 red circuits. Here's a thing I prepared earlier. It's going to use 1760 green circuits a minute and plastic a minute, which is equivalent to two yeah. So that's what 2 green assembly machines making green circuits makes, 1724.8. So I've set this, 16 of those are going to consume 1760 of that. 1760 is that right? Oh wait, it's 1800, isn't it? Never mind. Never mind. Hang on, that's not right. 35. Okay, never mind. it will just work. One of these days, I won't get confused with the old build speed. One of these days, very soon, I promise. It will just barely work. How about that? catch now is I've got to get it in there. There. I saw that follow. Thank you much for that. Okay, can I make this crap fit? Downside, the only downside is it does drop down to medium poles. I'm sad now. Yes, that's half. Where's it? Yeah, I have any anymore. I gotta make new ones. These things. So on the circuit build? Hey, Exterminator. Welcome. Yeah, well, we're up to red circuits now. Hi. How are we all doing? We're currently theory crafting a green and red circuit build. How are we all doing? What were you up to, Extem? Outside subs? Well, we've got to stack this like that 16 times. So I won't be able to put substations on the outside. Hey, Belno. Hi. Who's first? That one. That's the first victim. Iron plate. Where's the red output? Good question. I'll get back to you on one at some point. Hopefully soon. Put into the void. Oh dear. Yeah, you just right click. It's an underground output. Yeah, it outputs back onto the circuit belt. It feeds it. I mean, that doesn't really help it. That might. Oh, just got done with the science of rays. First leg of it, so self-hope will and the sheep. Ooh. Oh, you're doing a science off with Will. Move the poles between the ship cable by one. Okay, put there. Oh, you mean like that? That's why I start. Yeah, I was sort of starting to do that. And an underground reach like that. Talk of making it a three-way. Ooh, giggity. Aha! Yeah, screw you, medium power bowls. Thought you could win the day, but I overcame you. I mean, I still don't have an output. But, anyway. Right, I'll do it properly now. There we go. That's what I had in mind originally. Output is overrated. It is. Fine. Use the stinking medium power poles. Yeah. Nasty things they are. So that should overlap there and carry on. That should overlap there and carry on. Likewise, it overlaps there, it overlaps there, it overlaps there. Sure does overlap there, and also there. And the output on one side, it's probably all it's going to need. What does that mean, though? No one job needed. Just thinking. So I'm taking one wagon, mixing it with wagon 2, wagon 3, wagon 4, wagon 5, wagon 6, 7, and 8. So outputting horizontally is actually a bad idea. I want to output horizontally. Fortunately, that can just go down. So, we can do that. You know, going back to the topic of science off, you know what we should do is Among Us. That would be fun. Exterminator needs to get some Among Us. If you haven't got it, go get it. It's only $5 on Steam. It's free on mobile. It's terrible on mobile, mind you, but it's free. Then we can have fun stabbing each other in the back. Confused. What's going on? Man. Factorio Among Us mod 2 players where they can build but can operate and destroy the base. Haven't even seen Among Us. I've been told lots of people are streaming, never clicked. Yeah, it's been the latest craze. Oh, these sort of need to reconcile at the bottom. That's why I'm confused. Do that. TTT without the detective, more or less, and it's less jank than TTT ever was, being Gary's mod and all. What if this was down lower? Frenzied Coda coming in with a follow. Poor bonus can. Yeah, it keeps you like dead crewmate still. Death does not get you out of work in the game. So you gotta keep doing stuff to. So ghosts still need to do their tasks to win the game. To get the task win. Task wins are just embarrassing for imposters. A chat with another YouTuber. Ooh, that's cute. It's adorable. Yeah, well, Will's workforce, definitely. It's very fitting, isn't it? So input... I'm trying to figure out how to output... I've got 4 tiles to work with. I mean... Do I? Do I commit to that? I'd have to. I mean, I'm probably realistically gonna need to do that. Just delete everything. Start over. Let's move it all down. There. I mean, I probably didn't need to as aggressively delete everything as that, but whatever makes you happy, really. Save? No, it didn't. Now it did. Okay. Plastique. And by extension, copper. So yeah, doing that, I've kind of blocked out that. Can't do that now. Didn't output next to copper before? It's just extra belt that I don't need, ideally, because I'd like them to output onto the same belt. I'd like to. I wonder if there's a way to bring them together. I don't think there's enough space problem. I mean, alternatively, you can do like that with the chest, but you can't filter the chests, so you can't like grab what you need, put it in the thingy. Oh. Not the modules, damn it. Like if you had the mix belt, output into there, there, and there. No, it fails here, because then it can't do that. Bring together, make one go underneath the assemblers with it. I have concerns about the terminology there. Which side of the belt is that output on? Like that. This is starting to get really wild now. Heathen terminology. It is. It's the heathen terms. For no real reason, I just want to put that up top. I want to put the plastic up top. I mean, I guess perhaps part of it is motivated by me wanting not to have to move these belts. So you go in. Guess it's always reverse then. How many hours I spent playing this game? I want to know. But I will check. Well, this one's 1 day, 17 hours. It doesn't really, because it's spread across 2 maps. System's looking weird. Didn't I make a... Oh no, I didn't release a blueprint for that. Mainly because... Yeah, it's just a pain in the ass. There. It's getting silly now. There to there. I like silly. Is there a need to make it red belt? Not really. Alright. Just clear out all this, just get it out of the way, just in case it conflicts with any power poles. Be there. And with any luck, that should stack. God, I think I finally got it. Might have actually got it. Push it down on either side rather than center. How do you mean? So these two need to join. So these two assemblers need to be paired I can't send that one down to here. I can't join each individual one. Saying you don't have to pair them in the middle. Well, I'd rather pair them there than... Oh, it doesn't matter, yeah. Come to think of it. What happened there? Oh no, it's fine. I don't know, do I need... I'm not sure which is worse for transport lines. Oh yeah, either way you tile, having them separate or paired, it's still tiles. I'm just not sure which matters for... or which is worse for transport belt. Probably have to do some figuring out. Actually, I think I know the answer to that already. The answer is not pairing them is less transport belt. In that case, you know what that means? You know what that means? Alright, let's go back the way we had it. Fake humanoid, hi. Seeing as though it doesn't matter. Seeing as though it's probably better this way. Does that mean I can potentially... No, no I can't. Okay. I think I've collected every transport belt along the way. Yeah, but I couldn't see that this was... Just straight off, couldn't see that this was less... Would be less belt, but seeing it I was like, yeah, that's definitely less. But now reduce the amount of power poles by placing them in the bottom row. I'm not so bothered by the power poles themselves, I'm more bothered by the fact that they're medium. It's the only thing that bothers me about the power poles. It's just the existence of medium ones. I don't think you can actually reduce them too. The coverage won't be enough. Anyway, let's just move swiftly along. Let's just keep things rolling. I already rebuilt this thing enough. 2, 8, 10, 14 so far. Pair them at one side, it would be the same amount. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I see what you mean. Because I'd have to pair them at the bottom anyway. Here we go. Do you actually... It's not actually reaching... getting the copper. It probably needs to stack up these. Oh, I make it a 2-lane belt? It did. It combined them together. I just combined them. So 1, 2, 3... That should be 60. Yeah, 16. So it's 8. One train. still go further too. 10, 12, 14. It's actually, yeah, it needs one more. Might as well do it. Red build, it's not quite 8.8, but it's incredibly compact. I have a feeling, hey Matsu, I have a feeling it's every time. Is it only 6 beacon? I think I know what it is. It was because I had a thought on a 6 beacon. Hang on a minute. Oh, plastic. So hard to see sometimes, the undergrounds. In theory, this should just barely be enough. In theory. 0. Try again. Even that one doesn't work. Oh, there it goes. Just took long enough. Took a while. $16. No, only 2 years. I thought the plastic wouldn't make it to the end. Why did I? It says it's only 0.46 of a blue belt. The 16 red circuits. Input, did I have the input wrong? No, input is definitely too plastic. What was the old one? I don't actually know the command to merge these stats. But I can look it up. Real humanoid. Gomez. Oh, that's right. You lost that one, didn't you? Hey, Naji. Nuji. Hi. Well, I can do it manually. Stand by. Try that now. What does it say for points? Should have merged them. Squishy for 3 years. Yeah, been around for a while. Assembler's being lazy. They're not getting the plastic all the way to the end. Oh, except for this one. This one's getting... This one got plastic to the end. Assumption was that you could half build them, but it doesn't like it. Yeah, the half build apparently isn't enough. Even though it the numbers say it should be. That's a... Oh, did I not put 5.5 in? No, I did put 5.5 in. Did I miss something here? Output per craft 1, 5.5. 5.5. 6 is definitely the craft time for red circuits. 1.4, 4 modules, 4 tier 3 modules, 16 machines total. There's 16 machines because there's 8 green circuits. Stack size, I think that might be the way to go. We'll drop it down to 8. Yeah, it should be just barely more than, yeah, 1760 versus 1724. Is it the gapping in the undergrounds? It's probably, yeah, stack size. Because this is the thing with calculating these out, is that I know this problem. It's because the machines, the inserters want a certain amount sitting there. And this is even before stack inserters. I was aware of this. I mean, I probably might get a little bit further, but it probably won't make it to the end. Because there's always a certain amount that it wants to fill, it always wants to take a little bit more than that maximum. So the longer the line is, you end up with this asymptote where the maximum is. And the bigger the chain is, the harder it is to get to that asymptote. It's probably a lousy explanation. It's sort of just making it, but you see, it's just sort of squeezing that last little bit out. Whereas it's easier just to provide an oversupply. Thing is, it needs that's one of 5. Which is crazy. Oversupply is sloppy. There is merit to it. It keeps the builds compressed. As I say, like, your perfect ratio, it's not making it to the end. Or it's not even a perfect ratio, it's not making it to the end. And that's pretty typical. The longer the chain is, the harder it is to get it all the way to the end. Mind if I simulate for long enough. Stack size 2 enough? It kind of defeats the purpose of having a stack inserter at that point. And you start to question, and if you're not using a stack inserter, you're not gaining that UPS advantage anymore. You're starting to throw away UPS. I would argue that going less than 7 is you're basically throwing away UPS for no reason. It's not a, no, this isn't a wait for things to even out. It might even out eventually, but I doubt it. Because these are always just going to absorb a certain amount. I mean, like occasionally seeing something here, but very rarely. Alright, I need to rethink it. It was a good start. It's a good start. Six. Well, it doesn't just want 6. It wants that plus 2 more crafts. I think it is. It's just not like, even though technically it's enough, like a half belt is enough, it actually isn't enough. There's no other way of putting it. Could weave through a red belt? I mean, I could run through a second plastic line here. By some mean, like I'll push those up and then inject a second line. By bringing that down to here, I mean, that would probably be the best thing to do. Oh, there's just this random copper plate there. Does it bother you? One copper plate there? On the iron line? One copper plate? On the iron line? Put both ends? Then I would need a train unloading on the other side, so that's problematic in itself. Let's just say. I think the answer is a second line. Split in half. There, one there. There we go. Now I get the fun task of redoing all this all over again. Because that's a fun task, isn't it? You go down there. Fun tasks are fun. You're up there now. Next size 12. I already reduced it to 8. As I say, reducing it any more defeats the idea. You're just throwing away UPS for no reason. That's mildly inconvenient. Guess I didn't need to move that after all. Am I going to output? Same way as before. I hope. Maybe. I don't know actually yet. I don't even know if it works. Honesty. Clocking it so it doesn't start reinserting too early. It'll always do it. I've dealt with this problem before, or this situation before. You can throw anything at it, but the answer is always going to be you need more. You just need more. I guess. Yeah, that doesn't actually work. I think the answer is more space. And this is still 1 of 7. Remember that, this is still 1 of 7 too. Unless I shuttle train it. Do I do a shuttle? Oh, I don't want to break up the builds. I wanted a self-contained build. That's all I wanted. Self-contained build. Mm. You did? No, me just thinking. Alternatively, I go long ways, like that one does. That gets me. Ooh, that gets me a big build. I don't even want to start on what blue circuits are going to entail. Feed them vertically? Not easily. Can come in from the top. Half belt plastic? It's possible. And that is possible. It's not the best for space, but it's possible. I'm particularly worried. I do need to worry about space because, as I say, I need 7 of these. About. Start again. Just thinking of another build I did once with red circuits, which was like super duper compact, like that. Don't know if... What I mean, green on top, horizontal, turn red vertical, all inputs come from the top. I'm kind of limited to horizontal inputs because that's how the trains are going to come in. If I change that like if I... Yeah, if I... Oh... Unless I bring the belts across and down. It's come from the top. Separate between green and red's inputs. Let me think about this for a minute. Hang on, hold that thought. Hold that thought. You go up to 8. I just want to see what this does. So become 8. Make that 12. It's about 10 then. Oh. 10 and a bit, really. Where's that from? It's actually not smaller though. It's faster. Problem with this one is getting the green circuits in. Like, if I was to line it up like that. I basically can't get them in unless I offset it like that, and then go via a chest like that. I don't particularly want to do full beacon though. Oh, it doesn't reach anyway. I think Opera did something like that. Maybe that gets all the way to the end. Wonder how this compares. It's probably going to be the same because it's less. I'm wondering because it's less assembly, like less crap overall. Could also put the copper wire. Could be evil and put copper wire on a belt. Copper wire to red. It's probably important, that is. Oh, right, that's what that was for. That. Belting wire. Sinful, that is. It's not great because it's just full beacon, and we know full beacon isn't the best. That tile. Yeah, it's kind of inefficient there. Don't see space for plastic input plus output. Kind of wondering. Oh, right, that doesn't reach. I thought that did reach. Gonna be fat. How did I do this build last time? I really don't remember. Oh. No. Anyway, this is just some random thinking. So the goal is to make it squeeze into that the actual red circle one. So let's bring it back. Facts. That's there. Smelting being 11 versus 17 on powder is going to be worse. I think 8/8's the way to go. So the next thinking is putting these on the bottom instead of the top. That's the next thought. The 8/8 used 11 and the 12 used 17. Yeah, the power difference was massive. And the UPS was less for the smaller one. Yeah, so I want to use an 8/8 smelter now. So there is a lot suggesting that that the 8/8's better. A lot riding on the. Okay. Or just not use a substation? Yeah, I'm forced off substations at the minute. Then output goes there. Like that. Potentially feed another belt down here. Power it first. There, just for consistency, it could be like that. I can actually power those. Oh, this is going to be sad. This is the problem with medium power poles. You know, with this zigzagging nonsense. My aesthetics. My aesthetics. Ruined forever. Can I get more vertical? I can. I'm trying to avoid it though. If at all possible, trying to avoid it. Come on, overlap. There you are. Okay. Doesn't look right. Where's it gone wrong? Seat and keyboard malfunction along here somewhere. There it is. Down, then up. Okay, I think I got it. Yeah, it was a seat and keyboard malfunction going on. Does this copyright? No. Because I'm hovering over the wrong spot. Now it does. That's better. I was wondering why the beacons were... I was like, why are those beacons off a little bit? Now I know. Alright, do you do your thing now? Or do you not? Of course, I never keep the output thing in memory. Ramesh, throwing down that brand new subscription. Thank you very much for that. Really appreciate it. Throwing down that Prime during September. Welcome. You now have access to the best koala emotes going around on Twitch. We show some love and hype there for Gramish. Throwing down that sub. I struggle to comprehend this. I have a feeling it's just going to run into the exact same problem again though. The hope is though that I can inject more plastic partway down. Or more plastic and... yes, those things. The coppery platey things. Avoiding greens? Ah, crap. Not that it really matters. Long as... it's getting a little further down. This time. I don't know why. It's actually copper not getting down there this time. We're not running. Because I'm missing one. Right, have I missed any others? Yes. I think I got them all now. Not very efficient. That must take time making than spending producing. Yeah, these sorts of builds, you spend most of the time coming up with them than you do actually running them in game. This is the most time I've spent on a build or any. Actually, quite a long. This is the most time I've spent on builds in quite a long time. Why are you? See, it's all backed up and happy now. Do you love it? Very stuck at petroleum and doesn't actually see how to make it. Petroleum is oil refineries. Red circuit build. Okay. I was sort of leaning on what I had before. Oh, you're going a 4-to-1. That's clever. Yeah, you need, so for petroleum you need an oil refinery. And pump jacks to feed crude oil in. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. Convenient outputs are conveniently provided. For your convenience, there are some trashing points. Ratio, they're somewhat important. You need to basic oil is not so bad because it only produces petroleum gas, but advanced oil, you need to be able to deal with all three products because every time it processes oil, it's going to produce the three of the same. So you need to be able to make sure you can deal with all three of the fluids. I've actually checked how much it makes. 5.7 so far. What is this? This is 8 by what is it? 16. So this is 9,000 red circuits. Oh, is this the basic for now? Yeah, oil is infinite, so you can, if worst case scenario, you can just use basic. Okay. I'll try it up here first, then if it works I'll copy paste it down. So if I'm understanding the tiling right, yes. 2, 4, 6, 8. So after this point, then I need to switch it in somehow. Probably be there. I'm going to move that over one. And that drops in there. Like that. And then I'll just delete all this and start over. Ooh, you don't get power. There we go. Power problem solved. $10K, that's 2 free runs. 2 complimentary free runs. Go. Alright, let's see what that does. God damn those wires. They're horrible. Missing your CD? And the wires aren't. Oh, it's actually kind of... Well, it does actually mess up the wire pattern there, because it's kind of wavy. It's fine. Fine. Should shut down. 1.8. I mean, that's still less than... Strangely enough, it's still less than a blue belt. Free spirit with wires. You don't like own wires, man. They just they deserve to be free, man. Can't just align wires. Please swap those. It's fine. Just test things. It's fine. Can't double underground like that. That I really don't care about. This I do care about. It's just a demo. So what did I say this went to? 9856. Well, there goes your farm. That's about right. 9856? 9.9? They're actually stopping on production. It's not terrible. Right, one red circuit build. You don't need a copper plate and plastic in there. I don't know what the ratio of copper plate to plastic is in this. Compact looks good. I'm quite happy with that. I mean, I do need 6 more of them. I just like it. Hey, Anwolf. How you doing? So yeah, I need 7 of these total. Just for science. Just for science. It's gonna take a bit of space, isn't it? And I wanted to stack all these vertically, you know. Still 11 left? Ah. I think the minute's up. 9.8. There you go, 9.8, 9.9. Perfect. Swap the sides and stamp the second under, so you get reds on both sides and belt out. So... wait a minute. How much goes into blue? 2 of these, I think. How much goes into blue? A bit over 1. Heard of a railbook recently? Yeah, I updated it to use the grid, and it has landfill under it now too. That's on the Pastebin. So, oh, it's hot linked here. So yeah, so you got these now. And you see it's got landfill underneath it. You can even lay it on water. It's amazing. Yeah, and it uses the grid, so it aligns nicely now. Yeah, this would do something like that in reality. In the final dealio. I was debating doing it for the longest time, and then I finally gave in and did it. Look, who said it wasn't up earlier? Oh, yeah, I think there's a few different versions floating around. The Pastebin also isn't clear because the Pastebin says it's from 2017 when I first uploaded it. Yeah, there's V4 now. It should say it on the Pastebin though. Yeah, I usually update the title. Except for when I forget. Have a look. Train unloader. Make everything 5.3. 2-lane segment V4 grid. Yep. Yeah, 24 March 2018. It's 2-lane. There is a 4-lane as well. About that. There it is. And that one too should be grid as well. You can actually check that. So many buttons to press now. Segments, or has it gone walkabout again? Probably has. Four-lane right-hand drive? Yeah, I haven't updated those yet. I think I've only done the 2-lane and the 4-lane. I haven't done the right-hand drive 2-lane either. Add the title and the date? Exclamation mark BP. Or blueprints. Now, the one thing that's troubling me is I'm cross-connecting these wagons with the other wagons. Yes, Rekka definitely makes strong use of that command. So basically, the way it works out is that each one of these green lanes is a wagon coming down here, which turns one. So we turn one wagon of iron plate and copper plate into greens across here. So each one of these represents a train wagon, each pair of green circuits. And so each one of these reds is a wagon. That's why there's 8. Thing is though, the plastic and copper here, they go across again, they don't go down. So one wagon spans across. They're actually... So it isn't one wagon to one wagon anymore. Damn. I don't know if that's going to be a problem or not. I'm tempted to just ignore the problem and hope for the best. But otherwise, yeah, that could be a thing as well. The only other thing I want to do is maybe get this inside here somehow. I have no idea if that's even possible. I killed power. There we go. Mental meter comes and tells you the proper ratio. I can work it out, but it's not so much the ratio, it's the fact that this plastic should technically be going down rather than across. That's the thing that I'm not sure about. I'm pretty sure because everything is perfect wagon to wagon, it should be fine. I'm probably not going to share these wagons as well. Do I have a list of mods? Exclamation mark mods. Should add BP to the title as well, seeing as though it's so common. It's a time, 1:28. And do you reckon we can argue with this one more time to try and squeeze the 8th belt in again? I'm certainly up for arguing with it again. Apparently, I'm a glutton for punishment when it comes to this sort of thing. No one on Twitch reads the title? Yeah, I'd believe that. So you got the belts going through there. Alright, that was the limiting factor, was that. I think that's... there's a title. I think that actually killed... Oh no, that actually reaches. I don't even need those. Hello, entity saving. And the commands, the title, for the everyone. Just be too fast on mobile. You don't really see it on mobile. It's over half of people are on mobile anyway. Okay, boop, bop. There. What a weeble wobble. There we go. I'll just move the plate down a little bit. I'm feeling generous. I mean, I'm happy that it's gone. Oops. Oops. Oh, didn't need any of that crap. What was I up to? These two. I think there was some blueprints and some other crap in there, and that was about it. Does you watch on PC? Really do on mobile? Okay, I do watch mobile usually when you're in bed. Niggas noisy when you fall asleep. Get the turn Twitch, the stream gets rehosted. Another person wakes you up. You just get sent into someone really loud. They're obnoxious. Are we still doing 9-ish? Coming back up. I mean, I got them all in. Can't argue with the results. Looks like bonus can finally won. Yep, sitting around 9.8, 9.9. As it should be. There we go. And I managed to squeeze that in again by using basically the same technique. Realistically, I probably could have just copy-pasted that. In fact, I might just do that. I can be extra savage. Not pick up that one uppity there. Oh, it's gone now anyway. There. Back when you started though. Last 3 has extra underground. Oh. Last 3. So yeah. See what you mean. Gain those for no reason. Excelente. That's going to take some time to... Yeah, that's just kicked in. 9.0? Are they settling at 9 though? Who's not running and why aren't you running? Oh. That would help. That was when I sideloaded that underground. That should start rising up. 9.5. 9.8. Okay, I think that finally does red circuits. So now we have red circuits done. It's taken 2 days. A 2-day long struggle. But we made it. If the last one... No. I was wondering if the last one can actually come out the side and then I can save a space there. No, we're not doing that. Plastic reaching? Yeah, plastic's reaching now. We split the belt in half. 9.8. Yeah, it's just tickling 10k, which is about right. 9.7 to 10. So are you gonna split the greens? How do you mean split the greens? Like the greens all get consumed in here. So this is fully self-contained, so it makes the greens for the reds. Although it means, now that's done, I can copy that. Or am I missing, it's possible I'm missing something there. Yeah, so I need 7, I think I said. I have to check the thing. I've said it so many times, you'd think I'd remember by now. Yeah, so I changed that green circuit just to make red circuits on the spot. So we're bringing the plate in and turning them into circuits. Each one's dedicated to each task. So we're not going to go from like a green circuit to a red circuit. 7 is with overhead. It actually only needs 6. Or 6.2 or something, it's rounded up. It's like with blue circuits, that needs 9. Although in that case it actually does need 9. I don't want much overhead for blues. So blue needs to do the same thing, but more greens. It needs like 2 of these just to make the reds. I don't know. I don't think that. I'm actually not sure if the thing that I wanted to do is actually possible with the blues. Might not be possible. We'll see. Right, let's take it over to the main game. There. Oh, cup's empty. See, I've already factored in the overhead. The step after this is they need to do an outposting marathon. Start building up outposts for more smelting. So we need to get the first green built. We need to get the first lot of smelting builds, and then we need to start outposting, and then we can start making more of the individual components. I'm worried about the size of this circuit build now, though. It's getting to be significantly large in size. Like, that's just greens. And then I need the 7 of these. There. Bigger is better. Every time. Hurrum, hey! Yeah, like there. I'm worried that by the end it's going to be like down here. Basically going to be on top of the oil base. Those covered by rubber ports? Some of them are. There's no materials to build it, so it's not going to do much. Oh, I want to demolish those anyway. Blue to the left? Yeah, I think so. I think that might be the way to go. Was that all the greens? Yeah, that was all the greens. Just for itself. Spot is covered, can't remember how much is Roboport range. How big is that gap? 5, 6. We'll get construction coverage at least. Right, let's try it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I moved off by a tile there. That was chatty then. That's in line. Three. 4. 5. 6. 7. Feel like there's a little bit of space deficiency going on here. Mirror it. Hello, absurdity. Yeah, I think I might want to move it higher. Trouble is, there's a coal patch in the way. Clearly walked into the strange time. Yeah. About that. I think blues could go over here. Yeah, train tracks can move down. That's easy. Long term, I'd probably lift it up. I just clear out that coal patch first, because I'm not a heathen that builds over coal patches, or patches in general. Yeah, one of my long-running complaints was red circuits. The scale that you need is pretty ridiculous. Just a giant red circuit build? Yeah, just a teeny weeny one. Could have it somewhere else, sorta, but not really. What was your one? Uh-oh, what do we got here? Double it that way? What would I do to make it better? I don't know, because this is this is as much as you can get out of the green circuits, which is one train, one evenly split, 14-15 train. Will be an insane mod. The one that packs the beacons inside the assembly machines? Yeah, this is for 8K, so it's not surprising it's significant. What's amazing is that that's not all of it. Like, there's still another... no, wrong one. Bad circuit. 12,000 unaccount. Oh, I suppose the blues only need one and a bit more. What detects a PC hardware and adjusts the game recipes depending on the hardware to whatever SPM you want. I mean, it doesn't overcome the fundamentals. Hmm. Yeah, so then green circuit's just for science. This is red circuit's just for science. The laptop will have different recipes. Red should build 2 times fast. They should really. They should be like 3 or 4 seconds, not 6. Same with blue science. I always or blue science more so. There's the two. Those were the two killers for the blue science stage. Were the circuits and the science packs themselves. Like the build, when we get to actually doing science over here, you'll see that the blue science will be like double the size of everything else. Every other science pack. I remember complaining about those science packs, and they made it do 3 per craft instead of 2, but they didn't do it to... or they sort of did it with chemical science, or blue science. They made it do 2, but they doubled the craft time to 24 from 12. These used to do 2 for... These did 2 for 14, I think it was. And what they did was they made it 3 for 21, which did technically make it fast. Is that right? It made those faster, but it really just changed the numbers on these. It didn't actually accomplish anything. Same with these. These used to be... Oh, they're still 10 actually. Yeah, these were 1 for 12. And became 2 for 24. And they should be like 2 for 14 or 16 or 18 or something. It's an interesting mechanic. It's kind of... It's sort of... It's... Having gone from engines which used to need 20 seconds crafting time down to 10, and mining drills, they used to need... What were they? They were like 6 seconds crafting time. Having gone from all that down to what we have now, having long craft times is just annoying. It just means you have these mega builds. Actually, surprised control units never came down, because low density did. These are still 30. Same with these. They should be 20 as well, not 30. So, what I'm going to do is undo that. At some point... Okay. We'll just lay down the 1 for now, and we'll rearrange it later. Modules are kind of annoying as well. They're annoyingly long. A lot of those older times are based on very old standards. Actually, modules themselves, you had me thinking, not that one. Some of these things craft times were silly. Like the solar panel, personal solar panels, it was 60 seconds per craft for one, for one, which made 10 kilowatts, and it needed 5 solar panels on it as well. Just insanity. Modules are supposed to be slow and expensive, because they're actually quite powerful. They go into beacons, so I'll pay at that. The pausing. paint over that one then, seeing as though they're already there. Yep. Makes the speed much more valuable though. Could replace prods with speeds. Yeah, they are. It does, because they are valuable. Because they are a very powerful item in game. I like how the game stutters a little bit there. Let's not talk about that too. Alright, that's going to build that. What I'll do, I think long term, is probably keep this. Might cancel some of the circuits. And when the coal goes, I'll pick the whole thing up and go like 1, 2 circuit builds up. Blue circuits, I think, we'll do as separate. We'll do it over here. Just got to make sure I give enough room for it. Oops. Didn't actually want to click my bots. Right. Blacklist everything but substations and roboports. By doing a so if anyone didn't know this, by doing a blacklist, it'll do everything that's not in that list. Like that. Not bothered by the oil patch? Somewhat. I mean, this coal patch isn't going to go anytime soon. I'll keep it. I'll do 3. Okay. I'm really curious to see what the end UPS is. It's probably not going to be a lot. Red circuit build and build on the other side of the track. Remember, I got to bring tracks up somehow, and same the other side. If I mix inputs with the output side, the reason why I'm doing it, thinking of it this way, is you have inputs this side, outputs this side, and just stick to that hard. Stick firmly to that. That way, the trains will, plate trains will generally stick to this side, and then the output trains will stick to this side. So there's less trains mixing. So I'm minimizing train traffic by doing it that way. By doing it this way, even though it takes up more space. So there is some logic behind it. It's a bit concerning with the blue circuit one because it means I will be mixing unless they come round the top like that and come up underneath. Barcelona trains. Non-existent trains? I actually don't know much about Barcelona trains in all honesty. But I'm going to guess that not great trains. It's generally what it usually refers to. SPM at 6060. Normally, if you were to say on average, you could comfortably get to 2k. Entry tracks and stackers in the middle, and greens and reds on different side. One-way traffic circular. Oh yeah, that's effectively that. That's what I'm looking to do. A 2k should be possible if you don't consider UPS. Well, you need to consider UPS somewhat, but if it's not a priority, then you should be able to get away with 1 to 2. As long as you at least use beacons and you don't make a transcontinental bot network. Alright, so that's set up. Let that do its thing. We need to go to Megabase. Go over there. What we need to do is we need to scoop up lubricant and send that back to base so we can craft more builds, because base lubricant is suffering somewhat. Ew, where was lubricant? There it is. So right about there is good enough. We'll move it into a proper setup eventually. Train stop. Still early days, so I don't want to overcommit stuff. That's probably safer like that. You and you. This is why I had the train bring them. So 111 will do. I can see this being a 282 or something, possibly even something bigger eventually. Because you know, why throw three tanks which each holds 25k into a tanker wagon, which then holds 25k. Bumps. Bump to bump. Aww. It's because the plastic isn't being used. I need a sink for the petroleum gas. I suppose I could do coal. I wonder if I could do coal liquefaction. A dedicated lubricant build which uses coal liquefaction. I don't know what to do with the light oil products. I guess we could just... I mean, there's opportunity to use nucleafaction. Plastic? I need something that just somehow disposes of it. Of the other products. Not a real convenient way to, or reliably convenient way to dispose of them. I just like putting a timer on those. So that's aggressively intense. Hello, train. Solar fuel out of petroleum. It's just a question of whether or not they burn it in steam engines or whatnot. It's the biggest problem with lube is lubricant. It depends on lubricant for you to get lubricant, you need a sink of all the other products. It's always been a problem. Just handcraft one. Rocket fuel and store it until you get the rocket launchers. Could make it into rocket fuel as well. Like a little supplementary build. Away with ye. Like this one is doing what it can, but it doesn't have a lot of oil to work with anymore. Chugging away. Oh, why are you? Oh, let's tell you what. Better than 5,000. Modules, please. This might help. Like, actually, not cracking it would help too. He's already used it up. Hey, training, no. Waiting on. Circuits again. Actually flip-flopped. Oh, right, because greens. Greens are getting a little sad, because copper patches are getting a little sad. What are you down to? 1.1. Can you believe, after all this time, after like 6-8 hours of playing, the copper patches are still at 1. Oh, they lost. These were at 1.3 million, they're at 1.2, 1.1 now. They've hardly lost anything. Hardly lost a thing. It's also kind of annoying because it only needs like 1-2 modules there. Speaking of trains. What are we down to on the creative map? It's fine, they might actually be lower. Oh, the creative map, they're not actually being used. Oh, I need the smelting. I need the red circuits for smelters, realistically. So I had to make sure I can make those. And all I really want is 2. Then I can beacon. Oh, I could just do more chemical plants, actually. I think I'll manage. And just do more of these. That way we're not just turning our precious heavy oil into light oil. Put it over here, I guess. I guess we'll be fine. Losing battle of pipe spaghetti here. What do I have the status bars for? You mean those? Those are for Spidertron command. Hopefully that's actually going down. Worst case scenario, I can just go 2 and 1. The light status bars? Oh, do you mean that? That's just demand for each item. If that's what you mean. Yeah. Ooh, you don't have radar over there. Yeah, it's it reads what the raw item request is, you know, like got 100, 200 gears, 100 circuits, so on and so forth. Are they 100? Oh, 1.7k, so I was looking at the wrong one. Yeah, it's the green one it's reading from. It doesn't scale very high, it only goes from like 0 to 400. It's how much this thing is demanding to craft everything it wants to craft. Just turn that off. It's never going to get done. Just to make refineries. Brick, it's not in the network. Should remedy that, eh? Something I completely overlooked all this time. Brick doesn't go in the network. How many bots do you usually put into the ME? Usually 1,000. Quite a few. The ME is not a very efficient build. It is not UPS friendly in any way. But it is it wins out on rule of cool factor. Like it's a neat design. Oh, hello train. Yeah, the exclamation mark bot ME if you want to see that. There you go. Made a command for it. Have you made a Spidertron blueprint with the ME? Yes, I have. It's included in it now. Oh, there was something. There was a blueprint that was wrong in that. Oh, you don't actually need them anymore. Never mind. Fine. I should just trust my bots. Hello. You one of them too. 2 of them. What one? What part of the ME? One of the recipes was wrong. I've forgotten which one it was. We ran into it a few days ago when I built it. What was it? I think it was lights. It was calling for the old recipe still. Mess with the ME. It is possible to do that. It occurred to me it'd be better to do it that way than a beacon. I mean, at the very least, I'm getting some product, getting 20% extra lubricant. That should be going down. Supply trains, yeah. They're based on what all it does is it reads the contents of what's in the in the robo network. Still holding 11k. I've been meaning to do videos talking about the two different trains, but I need to rebuild this thing. This thing's a mess. This one's getting better. This one is based entirely off of enabling and disabling train stops, and it always carries a fixed amount of materials on it. This one, it actually dynamically takes what's being requested and then collects it and then sends it out. There goes through the skull again. So yeah, the systems fundamentally, they use the same principle, they execute it in two different ways though. So this one, the train stops are being enabled when any of these items, when this fixed set of items is missing, the train's sent out, or if there's something to be collected, the train stop unlocks. The train stop is enabled, so this is off at the minute. So if I do that, there it goes. See there's something waiting to be collected, so the train stop's turned on and the train comes out. Rain supply train has a similar concept. Yeah, Rain got the similar idea from me. And in saying that, it's all based on reading the logic networks of a roboport. It's been done before. I don't know if I can claim that I came up with it. I can at least say that I came up with this one. This one is, at the very least, simpler, I'd like to say. I'd like to think, than most of them. So it collects the wood, and turns it off. This system doesn't work with multiple trains currently. I don't remember if I gated it. Looking for a feedback. I don't see a feedback. Which means, yeah. So there's no feedback on this one, which means that it can't have multiple trains running. I mean, well, conceptually, if you want to do an end-to-end out trash train, you can't have multiple trains. You have to have a row. 12. It's still going up. Amazingly. Not gonna complain. Oh, you know what's waiting on his gears. Because this is all the gears it's making. It's bad bot coverage, but oh well. Bad usage of bots, but oh well. Gonna have multiple trash train. What happens is, if there's multiple, because the trash train system relies on the trash stop all being named the same, so they'll tend to hunt in packs, which in itself isn't a bad thing. But for this to work, you need a way for the train to roll through this stop. That way the train can that way if a second train comes along, or as part, like imagine one train's here collecting, and the second train's coming along here. This train stop's going to close. This train's going to just happily leave full with the trash. This train here is just going to slam to a stop because the stop's just been turned off. So it needs a way to turn around. You could say, oh well, I'll just have a shunt here so So when the train pulls up, it can just reverse back out again. That works if the train's already there. If the train's here, almost at the stop, it's going to get stuck. So you need to have this loop around. That way the train can just swing through this train stop and turn back around. It's the only way to do it. Yeah, and they'd all go to the, as I say, like, they'd all go to the same stop because they'd all hunt in packs. It's not a terrible thing, but it's not very efficient at the same time. I'd like to see more iron moving though. Starter base is fantastic, isn't it? Well, you open a station, you close only when the train arrives. Yeah, and that's the other thing with this particular design is it doesn't have a latch on it to hold the station on once it's triggered. So it is possible for, like, something goes in and then the boss take it back out again because they are buffer chests after all. So so you need to ideally have a latch so that when the train's requested, then it can definitely come through. I also didn't cap those, but who cares? Like, gears are forever. A signal T that each train sends to where there's trash. To collect, use different conditions. Oh, so you signal... Yeah. So the way I'm doing it is I don't depend on any wire signal between. See, this one uses a wire signal between where you could use a T. I don't think it actually is using it. But yeah. Ah, now we're using it. Just because I can. It's not really helping things. Main thing is I'm using all the iron. That's all I really care about. Like, it's not optimal, but it's using the iron. I think this is actually uncapped as well. Oh no, it is. These aren't, but like at the end of the day, like I'm gonna need so many gears for belts that it won't make a difference. Train. Let me read this again. Still that each train stops sends when there is trash. The train rain to collect. We use different conditions on the signal to separate whether. And problem is you can't send a signal. If the trains are always active, how do you differentiate one from another? If all the stops are the same name. All the stops are the same name, they're always going to hunt for the same one. Because you can't assign a circuit signal to a train destination. You can't override a destination with a signal when the train's on the way. You would need to use like TSM, which adds the intelligence to go to a specific stop, which would be the next logical step. Oh, backed up. Why are you backed up? Ooh. And park someplace when they're idle? Yeah. I mean, you could release one at a time. But if one's really close and one's really far away, and one's called, one's called, and then it's going to go off to one, and then while that's happening, a second one's called, it's going to go to the close ones. The second train's going to go to the close one. Because there's no way to tell the second train not to go to the first stop. The only way around, the only other way around that is to have one train go to each stop, or have them go to a small subset of stops. Because you still can't overcome that problem that if there's two trains in motion, they're always going to go to the closest relative destination. No matter what the circuit signal says. If you get what I mean. How's Belt looking now? Let's park trains at outposts, then call them when or is near the central station. Similar to what I do with the combinators or TSM. Yeah, so making more now. This thing make yeah, it's down to the essentials. Hey CRB. Brick belt has coal on it, or is that solid fuel? That's solid fuel. That's power. Or fuel for the smelters. Yeah, don't worry, with the trench train thing, I've thought about it a lot already. For quite a while, probably way too long. It's an annoying problem that you can't really reconcile. Why are you struggling? Well, that's gonna make it angry. Can't do that. Sometimes you get 2 to 5 trains incoming when you send them all the same. Had to thought about it as well. Cycle record. Yeah. That's fine. That's cool. It's it's just a real difficult problem to solve when it comes to that sort of with trains hunting. I spend a lot of time dealing with it. Say that to 5,000 as well. That way acid gets priority. Even if it is just the one. It actually should be productivity too. Precious speed module. Precious oh. Go on. I think the train's in, that's why. Excuse me. Gauzy. It's fine. Yeah, it's too many pipes. So, actually a little bit over. Should really have the modules in. Doing a double stop with logistics and shares in the center might increase the supply speed without overcomplicating. Still very dry. Yeah, it's still sort of the same fundamental problem. Looks so dirty there. Alright, that'll keep that producing. $55, hey. It's the train ride out there. Sulfur. Right, you can have that sulfur. You've earned it. Is it building up? It's trying to. Alright, let's grab you. Head back out again. I'll just build that radar. Looks like most of this is built. I've probably got enough material out there to rebuild it as an 8/8 smelter. I think next time will be smelter time. At the time. Yeah, I think next time we'll definitely fix this, do the smelting and the outposting to get that out of the way. Yep. So the thing that I wanted was you. Radar. So we need the gears coming in. Or need the plate coming in, really. That's the first thing. I need to iterate up and do the plate, then do the first round of circuits, then need the plate, then need to do the outpost to feed the smelter, then to do the first round of circuits to feed the production, which can then replace the starting smelter. Then we can do more smelting, more outposting, and work our way up from there. At some point I need to do the blue circuit build as well. Outposts are so small, can barely feed. Oh, when I start plugging in these, it'll start getting serious. But yeah, these here, I mean, these are pretty well drained. Look at that iron. Even the iron's looking sad now. Are the iron coming in? Oh no, I'm getting it from out there. Fortunately, this train will build the outpost for me, so it's pretty easy to do. Like, I just do pre-seed the outpost for the trash train, and then it comes and does the rest. But yeah, that'll be for another day. Oh, actually, one thing I can do, or I won't do yet. When this is built, I can demolish that combinator there, and that'll then just trash all the requests, everything that isn't needed. So it'll only keep plates and ores normally. Yeah, and everything else will trash. So everything that's just sitting there in chests can get recycled and used on the next outpost once it's built. Unfortunately, you need you can use a mod to send blueprint requests in a network to a circuit signal, which would bridge that gap, but you can only do it that way with vanilla. As I say, time is almost up for today. Regrettably, unfortunate to say, Lee. So, let's leave it there.